What's up, guys? I'm JJ,
I'm Angel.
and this is PM Football. I won 100% last week, except the teams that I picked to win didn't win, and I went 7-8. But we're going to bounce back this week, right?
We'll see. Right now, I have a 59% win rate, and you're at 54%.
Those
win
are
rate.
just numbers. Those numbers are going to change.
Sometimes numbers lie, and maybe they will change. So we'll see.
So you're saying I am right?
We're going to find out this week. We're starting with the Thursday night game, Vikings versus Rams. I have the Vikings. I know they just lost this past week. I know I keep trashing Sam Darnold. I just think they're better than the Rams as a team. So.
Yeah, the Rams are hopefully going to get some guys back this week. Puka is starting to practice. Cooper Kupp is supposed to be playing.
Although, allegedly, there are some rumors that he may be on the trade block. How true is that, and when will it happen if it is true? Who knows? I doubt he'll be traded before this game.
I'm honestly kind of shocked he wasn't traded this offseason.
Yeah.
Like, if you're moving in a direction of Puka's our guy, why not move him and get as much
I get
as
what
you
you're saying,
can?
especially at his age.
Yeah, and before we get too far off on that, I'm also taking the Vikings. Not really going to help myself getting back into the win column of trying to get ahead of you by picking opposite of you, but I just don't see the Vikings losing this game.
Yeah.
They need a bounce-back win, and I think they get a big bounce-back win against the Rams. I also think this game's going to be a lot closer than people are expecting, especially if those injured guys are back.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sam Darnold just blows the game away. But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, which is very high doubt coming from me. So I do think they'll pull it off.
Yeah. You want to move on to the next one?
Yeah, Jets versus Patriots. I have the Jets. Now, hear me out. I think both these teams suck. Both these teams are not good. We kind of get into it in the previous video. You guys should definitely go check that out. When we talk about overrated and underrated players, but the Jets, I think, just are slightly better than the Patriots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Patriots just... They've kind of given up on the season at this point.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like, all right, let's see what we got in Drake May.
Gerard Mayo, and I get we're only 7 games in. I get that. He just doesn't seem like he has that kind of pull on the roster that at least I thought he would have.
With what talent, though? Like, you can say that, but, like, their team is just terrible.
Did you see Belichick talk about him? It may have been either on Pat McAfee or on Monday Night Football with the Mannins. Someone brought up Gerard Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Gerard Mayo called the defense soft. Like, he was like, this defense is soft. And Belichick was like, look, like, this defense was the number 1 run defense in the league last year with me. We had the exact same players. Like, they're not soft. They're just not getting coached right or something.
He said that?
Probably not those exact words, but he did say, like, look, they're not
putting words in Belichick's mouth.
He did say they were the number 1 run defense last year. Those players are not soft. Like, don't call them soft, basically.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not even necessarily the defense is the problem. They give up 36 points to the Jags, so that's not a great look.
No.
But that offensive line couldn't stop a middle school football team.
They're just not a good roster.
That offensive line is so bad. They don't have any weapons. I did see after the game, Gerard Mayo called out Jalen Polk.
Really?
Did you see that?
I did not. No.
Jalen Polk had 3 drops in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And after the game, Mayo said, hey, he's got to catch those balls. And Polk retweeted it or put something on his Instagram story and put the peace out sign. So that's not a great look for your rookie receiver.
Then.
That's not good at all.
No.
But
that's what I'm saying. Like, there are signs that he's losing that locker room and just doesn't have that pull on the players that people thought he would have being a coach's
They were
player.
hoping he was a D'Amico.
Yeah, being a former player and like having that deep understanding of it for sure.
And that just doesn't happen. Like that was an anomaly. Like that doesn't happen every single season. You're not going to get a coach that's going to be able to
very rarely do you run into a D'Amico just kind of fall into your lap.
Yeah. And I mean, on the other side of it, the Jets are in shambles. Garrett Wilson can't catch a football. Devontae, where were you? Aaron is a shell of himself.
I did say they weren't going to exactly click the way people thought they were going to click after one game.
Yeah, they were off off.
Literally first offensive play of the game.
They go right to him and he drops the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the timing was off. It wasn't even
Exactly.
necessarily a bad route or a bad throw. It was just the timing.
Yep.
So that was scary to see, I'm sure, if you're a Jets fan. And
Life's gotta suck if you're a Jets fan.
I mean, you go in. That move is basically saying, all right, we're all in on this year.
Which that should have been the case anyway with the trade they made with Aaron Rodgers. Like,
2 years
you're not
ago, yeah.
trading Aaron Rodgers to just be competitive. Like, no, you're trying to go all or nothing.
Yeah. And they even fired their coach. And it's like, all right, we're trying to switch things up. And doesn't look like that was the right move either.
Dude, the Jets have a better record in 7 games with Zach Wilson as their quarterback from last year, with Zach Wilson and Robert Saleh, than they do this year with Aaron Rodgers and firing their head coach.
I'm not going to act like they've had a cupcake schedule and they should have been winning a lot of these games. They've had a tough schedule. They were in a tight game with the Bills. And this was pre-Devontae. Does Devontae change that game too much? Maybe. And the Niners at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
They've played the Vikings. Like, they've played some good teams.
But they just haven't looked good.
No, they haven't looked like what people thought they were going to be this year. And that's scary. I do think they pick up the win this week just because, like I've said before, the Patriots are
just that bad.
They probably will be drafting number 1.
Second, the Panthers. I mean, it's 1 and 2 really at this point.
No spoilers, but
yeah,
I think the Patriots are going to be the number 1 pick.
I mean, would it be too far out of the realm?
Who are you taking?
Between what?
If you're the Pats and you have the number 1 pick,
it's at this point. I mean,
right now,
I know
draft tomorrow. Who are you taking?
As of now, from the very little film I've seen on all the players, I'm going Travis Hunter.
Yes, that's
just
the
because of just how good of an athlete. They just need athletes. Like, you just need a pure athlete because they don't have one.
The only problem is you draft Travis Hunter, you're still Drake May's getting sacked 5 times a game.
We'll worry about that later. I mean, you saw free agency and stuff. Like, you may be able to
sign an old guy. And you see
know.
how that's worked with the Jets with Tyron Smith.
I mean, but like,
Tyron Smith has been one of the worst left tackles in the league this year.
I mean, I don't want to keep bringing up my own team, but like, Washington's O-line from last year to this year significantly different, just from adding 2 or 3 guys through free agency this last year. Like,
because Sam Cosmi is like taking steroids or something, and he's
not,
just like way better.
We
than
don't
he
need
used to
the
be.
accusations.
He's just like way better out of nowhere.
He was good last year.
He's like a really good player this year, though.
He's a stud. But it's not about Washington. All I'm saying is the Jets could have, or I was talking about the Patriots. What were we talking about? The Patriots could potentially get a better O-line through free agency. So if I were them, I would draft Travis Hunter.
Yeah, you take the BPA. Like, at that point, your team is so bad, you got to.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on from that trash game.
We got Eagles and Bengals. I'll start this one. I got the Eagles. The Bengals are kind of confusing. I want to think they're good. They just haven't really showed it all that much. They could end up changing it. But
we've been saying that for weeks now.
Exactly, which is why I'm going to go with the Eagles.
I just think the Eagles, like the Bengals, worst part of their team is their run defense. How are they going to stop Saquon? It doesn't even matter how good any of the other players play. If Saquon can rush for 150 and score 2 touchdowns, they're probably winning that game.
I do want to say something about Saquon. Does it suck that I had to see Philly steamroll a team? Yes, I don't like seeing Philly succeed. However, it was so nice and just warmed my heart so much to see the Giants
suffer
at home to the guy that their GM refused to pay because he wanted to surround Daniel Jones.
Shout out, Jack.
Sorry, Jackie. It is what it is. But yeah.
You took it easy on him. I thought you were going to be like.
I mean, because look.
He's already in a rough spot this year.
And like, if it wasn't for Saquon, it's because Saquon is with the Eagles. If he wasn't still in the division, I would definitely go a lot harder on it. I don't like seeing.
I think you should be going harder because they stole him from in the division.
I know that's part of what makes it fun, but I still have to play him 2 times a year. Like I still don't like him. I still don't like that team. So like, it would be a lot funner for me personally if it was a different team. Although it does add more joy that it is within the division.
So you get to see him beat up on your division rivals, but he's also
Exactly,
beat up
exactly.
on you.
Exactly. It's very
Give and
it's
take.
yeah, exactly. So good for him. I just wanted to say that part.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think the Eagles pull this one off. Maybe Devontae Smith starts to get it going. Where's he been?
Oh no.
I mean, him and AJ were hurt the last few games. They were
Yeah.
both back in there this past game, but I don't know. Maybe Jalen Hurts should have been on my overrated list. He's just like, I don't know. That offense is just weird now. Like, and it's not even. It's like their offense has gotten better, but at the same time, it's like worse.
Talk about overrated. Kellen Moore. Can we stop saying he's a good OC? He's not bad. He's not a bad OC. Not a good OC.
No, I wouldn't put it. I wouldn't put the words "good" before saying Kellen Moore.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I think we both got the Eagles in that game. Next, we got the Packers and the Jags. Who you got?
Yep, I got the Packers. The last few matches we talked about have been awful teams. Here's another one. I know they just won, but the Jaguars are still not good. They're just not a good team. Therefore, I'm taking the Packers.
I'm also taking the Packers. Jordan Love's really turning it on in the past couple weeks.
Although he does have a lot of interceptions.
He is turning the ball over. But just like my Messiah, he also turned the ball over and we won a lot of games.
I would say he's getting results. So at the end of the day, how much can you really complain?
Yeah, I mean, the Packers are just, like we talked about it before at the beginning of the year. The Packers had so many weapons going into the year, but they didn't have a true number one guy. So what? Like, if you have all those weapons, like, use them all. None of them need to be the number one guy. Dontavian Wicks can be the guy this week. Jaden Reed can be the guy this week. Tucker Kraft could be a guy this week.
He's looking solid.
Tucker Kraft he's a good tight end.
He's looking really solid.
I'm kind of shocked that Luke Musgrave hasn't turned out as good as he should. As good as I thought he should have been.
I wasn't that big of a fan of his coming through the draft.
Yeah, I feel like he was a little overrated.
Yeah.
But with the way where he was drafted, I figured they'd use him a little bit more than what they are. But I mean, maybe Tucker Kraft is just that much better.
Maybe. I mean, he's looking really good.
And then on the other side of that, the Jags, yeah, like, they're a dumpster fire too. Like, I don't even know what to say about them. Like,
it's just bad.
You got Dearness Johnson playing running back for you. Tank Bigsby. Not great.
No, not at all. Brian Thomas Jr. looked good last week.
I'm telling you.
He's looking like a solid player.
He's a good player.
Yeah, for sure.
Next, we got the Titans and the Lions.
Yeah, Lions.
Another great game.
Yeah, the Lions, definitely a top 3 team for sure. You could definitely argue top 2. Titans, a bottom 5 team in the entire league. I'm going with the Lions.
Titans scared me. The Titans scared me this week.
It was looking a little close against Buffalo.
It was 10-0.
Yeah.
That was a little scary. And then we decided, okay, we actually have to play football
today. Yeah, this is football.
This is a game. This isn't practice. Okay, well, let's score 34.
We thought this was walkthroughs. Apologies.
Yeah. And, yeah, the Titans just... Tony Pollard's having a little bit of a career resurgence. Yeah. But that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Mason Rudolph is playing quarterback for them right now.
Yeah.
You're not going to win a lot of games with Mason Rudolph playing quarterback. And like you mentioned, the Lions, arguably the top team in the league right now.
Yeah.
They're just playing dominant football. We talked about them in this other video about underrated player, David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Make sure you check that out.
Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery are the best running back group in the league, and it's not even close.
For sure.
Like, both those guys could be starters on, I would say, 90% of the NFL teams. Lions probably win this game by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, easily.
Next, we got the Falcons. Hold on, before we move on, I think I got to start picking some different teams because we've gone all the same teams, and this is
I have a 6-game lead right now on the season, so you do got to pick some things up.
Maybe we'll change it right here. We got the Falcons and the Bucks. Who do you got?
I have the Falcons.
Yes.
And I'm choosing the Falcons because Chris Godwin and Mike Evans looks like they're not going to play this game.
No.
Chris Godwin,
I forgot about that.
Chris Godwin may have played his final game in Tampa, potentially.
He might have played his final game, period.
No, I think a team would be interested in signing him there.
Chris Godwin is such a dude.
He is.
Did you see what he said
Nah.
when he was on the cart leaving?
Oh, the trainer was like back to work or something.
He said it to the trainer.
Yeah.
He said back to work. That's like just a
Let's say
dog.
a team's gonna want that.
No, yeah.
Like-
Even if he's just a presence. Like
Yeah.
if he's not,
He'll
even,
be a great locker room guy.
He's
And like
awesome.
he's talented. He has so much talent on the field.
yeah.
Because they are missing those two studs at receiver, I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
I'm taking the Bucks. I need to flip things up a little bit. We need to switch some standings around. I'm taking the Bucks. Get ready to learn Jalen McMillan's name. Jalen McMillan's a good little player. He showed some flashes.
I
last
liked
night.
him throughout the draft process.
Did he slide all the way down to the third round?
Something like that, yeah.
Arguably better than Jalen Polk. Arguably.
Mhm.
I think there's a very good argument there.
Mhm.
And he's going to get a chance to shine. You're going to be their number one receiver. Him and Trey Palmer. Cade Otton, man. Cade Otton's a dog.
Looking good.
He
Looking
got
very good.
crushed last night twice on back-to-back plays.
Ate
Caught
it.
the ball.
Ate it.
Like, doesn't wear gloves. Like, he's just a dog.
Playing 60s football.
Yeah. No, I love it. Cade Otton's a good player. Defense definitely needs to step it up a little bit. You can't give up 41 points. You just can't do that. It's against the Ravens, which we've talked about the Ravens. They're one of the best teams in the league, if not the best team.
For sure.
But it's a division game, and the Bucks are banged up. I do think that they're not going to get beat by the Falcons twice this year. That's where I'm going with it. I forgot about the injuries, not going to lie, before we did this. So I'm sticking with it, though. I'm taking the Bucks. Next game, we got the Cardinals and the Dolphins.
I know Tua's coming back this week. Is it confirmed that he's coming back this week? Or that there's a good chance he's
I think
coming
there's a
back
good
this week?
chance he's playing. I don't think it's confirmed, but I think there's
It
a very
doesn't
good
matter.
one.
His brain is still soup. I'm taking the Cardinals. Like
Brain is noodle soup, dude.
it is. It's just mush.
Mush.
Very mushy. Like mashed potatoes, but Polynesian. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals.
That sounds disgusting.
Like
Would
him.
you eat some?
Would I what? Would I eat Polynesian mashed potatoes? What would even be in Polynesian mashed potatoes?
Definitely. I don't
Like
know.
pineapple, banana, pig, poi.
That sounds disgusting.
It sounds nasty, just like his game.
Would you eat it?
No,
Yes, you would.
no. How fat do you think I am?
You would
Very.
definitely try it.
All right, look. If someone were to offer me a spoonful,
If Tua Tagovailoa walked up to you with a spoonful of Polynesian mashed potatoes and said, "I just scooped this out of my brain. Would you want to try a piece?"
out of his brain,
Yeah, you said his brain is mashed
I
potatoes.
would have to try it at that
Exactly.
point.
You get superpowers.
Exactly. CTE powers. I'd be part of CTE SPN, whoever Antonio Brown runs. Yeah. Tua's my.
Shout us out, Antonio.
I don't know. I'd want him to do that. He'd make you cracker of the day. Would you be honored if Antonio Brown made you cracker of the day? Be honest.
Very.
I would if I were you, for sure.
I would be very honored.
What would he make me? What would he?
I'm not gonna
Would he
answer
go
that. slur
slur wise? Would he say beaner of the day, or would he just be like brown of the day?
I'm gonna let you answer that question. I'm staying away from that.
Smart man. I'm going Cardinals.
I'm taking the Dolphins. I'm taking the Polynesian mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Next, we got the Ravens and the Browns. Another division game.
Yeah. It's look, as much as we like talk about Deshaun Watson and stuff, it does suck that this is how your season ends. And like, who knows? Maybe they get better at quarterback.
I know. I was never not a big fan of DTR. I like DTR.
Yeah, there's potential there. So
He's a 5th round pick though. Like that's about as high
Could-
as
I
would've
mean,
picked
who
him,
knows?
too.
You never know what could happen.
Tom Brady was a 6th round pick.
Exactly. You never. Are we saying he's Tom Brady? That's exactly what we're saying.
Sam
Tom
Darnold was the 3rd overall pick, and
Yeah,
he's Tom Brady.
We're not saying he's the next Tom Brady, but I'm
You
going.
just said he's going to be the next Tom Brady.
Why not?
DTR is
No,
the
he's
next
not.
Tom Brady.
No, he's not the next Tom Brady. I'm joking. Watch him actually become it though.
He's a good player.
He has potential.
He's a
like I
very
said.
good player in terms of like Tyler Huntley's a good player.
Former Pro Bowler.
Like he could be a Tyler Huntley.
Maybe Tyler Huntley's won games. It won't be
Not
against the
very many
Ravens
with the-
though, because I'm
with the
going with the
Dolphins.
Ravens. Ravens will beat the Browns this week.
Yeah, I think the Ravens steamroll the Browns.
Yeah.
I don't even think this is close. I don't think there needs to be an explanation.
They're going to win by minimum 20.
Yeah. Derrick Henry might rush for 200 yards.
Yeah.
Only way he doesn't get there is if he's out by the 3rd quarter.
A little off topic / not. Do you think the rumors about Myles Garrett potentially being traded are true?
My God, I hope so.
Would you?
I
Of
would
course
give
you'd
them
want him.
2 first-round picks for Myles Garrett right
Really?
now. Give me the best defensive end in the league. You can take whatever you want.
Fair point. Yeah, no, Ravens.
Are you kidding me right now?
No, like I'm not necessarily
You wouldn't?
disagreeing. 2 firsts.
What's the one thing the Commanders aren't great at right now?
Corner.
He could play corner if he wanted to.
Can you imagine Myles
You know how
Garrett's
scary that would be?
that 280-pound man of just a unit?
He's as fast as
Just-
Keon Coleman.
Is he?
Probably.
He definitely is fast. There's no doubt he's fast.
He's like a
How
4.7.
loose are his hips?
I'm sure they're loose.
Loose enough.
He can flip them.
I don't know. I like him better at the end, but
Yeah, no, obviously.
yeah.
Maybe free safety. Free safety would be awesome.
Oh, can you imagine?
Just laying the boom.
I was like, can you imagine a receiver just running a post?
I would not run the post.
No.
I would say you are going to need
If
to
I saw
audible.
Myles Garrett lining up 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage, I'm not going out there.
Nope.
I'm not going out there, bro.
Which is why he should be traded to the Bills so he could play free safety for
He
us.
can replace DeMar Hamlin.
Yes.
Put DeMar at the end.
DeMar's at the end. Or we just make a superhuman and we put DeMar Hamlin's clone on top of Myles Garrett.
Sure. I don't know how that would work, but I don't know why we're talking about this. Ravens.
No, we're going to get him a super big jersey and we're just going to pull it over the guy that's top.
looks like a onesie.
It's like from Little Rascals when they're walking
Yeah.
around on top of each other.
yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be like that. He's going to have DeMar Hamlin is the head
Yeah.
and Myles Garrett is the body.
Just buff legs
Yeah.
with DeMar's skinny neck.
Yep.
Yeah.
DeMar would lead the league in interceptions and sacks because he'd be
Yeah.
DeMar Garrett.
DeMar would be the defensive player of the year.
Yeah. And Myles Garrett's legs would be MVP.
Why not? Sure.
Ravens win by 30.
Yeah, that was
Colts
a
and
really
Texans.
weird matchup. That was a really weird rant we went on. Colts, Texans, I'm going Texans. Colts are not good. And I know the Texans just lost, but
But they lost to the Packers.
Yeah.
We mentioned the Packers being a good team. I think
Yeah.
the Texans win as well. The Colts. Anthony Richardson played out last week, right?
yeah,
He's still not good at football.
no.
They almost lose to the Dolphins. And the Dolphins are not in a good spot right now,
No.
like we were just talking about. I think the Texans easily get the win because Anthony Richardson's playing football. I think they lose the game.
Big Anthony Richardson hater.
Very. I just still don't get it. I don't know if there's anybody out there that still believes in him. But at this point, you got to be just either a Colts fan or an Anthony Richardson super fan.
I know we talked about it earlier in the season. I kind of want to just ask you it again. At the way this is going at the end of the year, do you move on from Anthony Richardson?
Me personally, yes.
What do you do at the quarterback position then?
I know it's hard to say this because they do this almost every year and go get a vet.
Don't go get a vet. No. What vet would you get?
But,
Trade for Stafford?
Stafford, maybe, potentially. Sam Darnold.
I can't stand Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold on a Colts team wouldn't be terrible.
He's going to be either their Matt
But
Ryan
the
or
whole
their
thing
Phillip
of the
Rivers.
Anthony Richardson discussion is if he is that bad, they will end up with a top 7 pick. So they
Yeah.
should be able to get a franchise quarterback there.
I don't know. The quarterbacks this year aren't
Yeah, it's
looking-
just I personally wouldn't get a quarterback this year. Like they're obviously going to get taken this year because it happens every year, no matter what the draft class is. But man, I would not want to be a quarterback needy team this year.
No, it's not looking very good for you guys.
We could be completely wrong, and one of these guys just shine out of nowhere. You know who I honestly think? We're going off on another rant a little bit, but right now, if I own the number 1 pick and I need a quarterback, this might sound absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
I'm taking Nussmeier.
It's not the craziest thing I've heard.
Nussmeier, to me, is the most safe pick. Quinn was terrible.
We don't know what his
He might not
deal
even be a
is.
first-round pick anymore.
We don't know what his deal
Cam
is.
Ward has so many inconsistencies.
Yep.
Shador has the baggage. He's a good football player, but even he doesn't have a great arm. Like his arm talent isn't anywhere close to
It's
some
not.
of these other
You wouldn't say
guys.
it's elite.
No. Not by any stretch of the mean. And then Carson Beck just can't stop throwing picks. Who
I'm
else
not
is
going to
there?
let a sloth run my franchise.
No. Who else is there?
Jalen Milroe.
Just because of the other element to his game, he might be the guy you
I don't
take.
know.
But
I mean,
he
I
bad.
wouldn't take the risk on any. QB at
Right
this
now, if
point.
I had to draft a number one quarterback tomorrow, and the draft was tomorrow, I'm probably going to take Nussmeier. And that's probably a crazy take.
It is a crazy take. I completely disagree.
You take Milroe?
I'd probably take. If I had, like, gun to my head, I had to choose a quarterback to run my franchise out of the quarterbacks come out of this class. As of now, I would probably take Cam Ward.
I knew you were going to say Cam Ward. I
wouldn't even do that comfortably. Like,
No.
I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, we're getting Cam Ward. I would be like,
Let's see how this works.
Let's see what he has.
All right, let's move on a little bit. We got the
Texans.
Saints.
We got the Texans.
Texans.
Yeah.
Saints versus the Chargers.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I just don't think Rattler's ready for the NFL. So
I'm
go with Chargers.
I'm gonna take another chance here. I'm taking the Saints. The Jim Harbaugh experiment is not looking too great right now.
It takes time.
Yeah, but you got to have a better running back than J.K. Dobbins.
I agree.
J.K. Dobbins went off the first 2 weeks, and we haven't heard a word from him.
I feel like that was him every year. Like, he'll have 2 or 3 really good games.
But the years that were happening was when he would tear his ACL.
Fair.
He's still healthy, and they.
Yeah.
Where is he?
He's not used to being this healthy.
I know, and he was just like, "Wait, I actually have to play more than 3 games."
Yeah.
But the Saints still have. I don't even want to say a solid team. I just don't you can't win football games by running the ball the whole game in the NFL. You just can't.
No.
Unless you have an elite run.
It's a pass-heavy league.
You can't do it unless you have an elite run attack. And they don't have that.
They're like what Baltimore has.
Or like when Adrian Peterson was in the league.
Yeah.
They don't have, it's J.K. Dobbins and Kamani Vidal.
Yeah.
Good luck with that, trying to run the ball the whole game.
Yep.
I'm going to go on a limb and take the Saints in this game. I think Spencer Rattler gets his first win, and maybe they can build up on that a little bit. I don't think he's their franchise guy by any means, but I don't know. Chargers just lost to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So
fair point.
I don't see them going up from there.
Mm-hmm.
Taking the Saints. Next, we got the Bills and the Seahawks.
Might be a little crazy. I'm going to go with the Seahawks.
You are crazy.
I think I can't tell if they're good. Like, they are good, but, like, how good? They're just so inconsistent, and they always play to their level, which is why I think they're going to take it. Because I think they're going to see, oh, it's Buffalo and Josh Allen. Let's go stupid. And they're just going to perform really well against a very sus Bills team. So I'm going with Seattle.
The thing I'm most excited about in this game is that Tom Brady is calling this game. And I want to see how he talks about Josh Allen.
Why?
Because I've never heard him speak about him before. And I want to see if he actually likes him or not. And see if he trashes him.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You just want to hear Tom Brady talk about Josh
That's the
Allen.
dumbest thing I've ever heard?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Really?
Yes.
Do we want
to keep repeating it?
Do we want to rewind this 10 minutes?
Yeah, rewind it.
Polynesian mashed potatoes.
Look, that's not important. It's not important. We're talking about this. Stop bringing up the past. We're talking about this.
Yeah, well, let's move on from the past then. I said that 30 seconds ago, so what does that have to do with anything that we're talking about right now?
All I'm saying is
that the Bills are winning this week.
Disagree. I don't know. It's just a very sus Bills team this year.
They are. But after that first quarter, they're back. The Bills are back.
All it takes is
they're back.
Not sucking too bad in the first quarter.
All it takes
to where you're losing 10-0 to the freaking Titans.
All it takes is now we have an elite receiver to open up the offense. We didn't have that. Now Amari Cooper's there. He doesn't even have to be the guy. He just needs to be out there to be the threat of being the guy. And then look what Keon Coleman did this past week. He had 4 catches for 130-something yards.
Against the Titans.
He still can't outrun a safety.
Against the Titans.
Against the Panthers.
I'm not even talking about my team. I'm not even celebrating my win. It was expected.
Neither was I.
You're celebrating Keon getting 4 catches for 130 yards
That's a lot for a guy
against
that's
the
not
Titans. Against
Is Keon
the
Coleman an
Titans.
after the catch guy or more of a jump ball 50-50 guy?
Definitely more of a jump ball 50-50 guy.
So a guy that gets 4 for 130, I'm gonna celebrate that.
Go ahead. I'm not blaming you for.
And don't even act like the Titans don't have a good secondary. They have L'Jarius
You
Sneed.
are hype. You've been hyping up this Titans defense.
I know.
All season. They're not that
They held the
good.
Bills to 0 points in a quarter. What are you talking
Because the
about?
Bills are not that good either.
Don't say that too loud because then it's true.
It is true.
Shh.
They're not that good.
We scored 34. Shh. Next,
I guess.
Bears and the Commanders.
Look.
Did you
Oh,
you picked the Seahawks?
Yes, I did choose
I'm taking the
Seahawks.
Bills. Bears and the Commanders.
I didn't realize our games were back to back. Now you're about to trash my team. That's fine. Look. The
We're
Messiah.
gonna find out why Caleb was the number one.
Oh, don't even look.
If he even plays.
Look. Did the Messiah get a little nicked up? Yes.
Yeah, one play into the game.
All right, what was that one play? A freaking 46-yard run down the field.
Cool. What's that 46-yard run?
He only had 5 plays.
You
and
kind
he
of need
still
him for the
looked
rest
like
of
the
this.
He could play this weekend. We're gonna see. We don't know yet. As of now, we do not know if he's playing or not. They're being hopeful.
I've been seeing things and saying it's more and more likely he is not playing this week
Where are you seeing that at?
on the internet.
On the internet from unreliable sources. Fake news. I'm not here for the fake news. I'm here for the truth. The truth is the Commanders are the best team in the NFC, and it's not even close. A quick nod to the Lions. A nice subtle nod. They don't have Jaden.
Lions win by 21 if they play the Commanders.
They don't have Jaden. They don't have JD5. They don't have Scary Terry. They don't have Frankie Louis.
You're right. Yeah, you were totally right. They have Jared Goff and they have
I'm not worried about
Amon-Ra
Jared
St.
Goff.
Brown. and
Why
they
would you
have-
want Jared Goff when you could have Jaden Daniels?
I don't know why I said Jared Goff. I was thinking of other people in my head, and I meant to say Amon-Ra,
Look.
Laporta, Jameer, Montgomery.
We're
You were
gonna
just
look.
sitting here talking about how good David Montgomery
We're going to
was.
show the world that Washington won the lottery when Chicago chose Caleb before Jaden. I'm going to make a
Oh.
statement.
Okay.
Jaden Daniels will play this weekend.
Whew.
Not only will he play this weekend, he is going to tear apart that defense, and Washington
You better
will win
use a
this
different
game.
word.
How? Tear apart?
Tear.
Tear.
Yeah.
What's wrong with tear?
Tear in the word Commanders / what their old name used to be, redacted.
Mm-hmm.
Tear is not a great word to use because something happens with the word tear.
I guess I'm not PC enough. Apologies.
No, I'm saying RG3.
Oh.
Tear.
Look, why would you put that in the universe? No, we're deleting that from the video. That's not. It's not in the
Get rid
universe.
of the
It
bad
didn't
juju.
happen. It
The
didn't
bad
happen.
juju.
We're not bringing that up. He's completely different than RG3.
He's already hurt. He got hurt before RG3 did.
Look, it's not that serious. It's fine.
Oh, okay. He just has a couple broken ribs.
He came back and he was celebrating on the sideline with his team. If it was that serious, he wouldn't be on the sideline smiling, dapping everyone up.
I think you're
celebrating
completely
touchdowns.
wrong about that.
What?
The Commanders are treating this like a WWE event.
No! Oh my
They
God,
parade
no.
him out there after halftime.
No.
After halftime, not during halftime. He comes out after halftime is over with, and they're like,
Guess what?
"He's okay."
Guess what? I promise you, if it was any other team we were playing, like Buffalo, literally any other team other than the Panthers, he comes back out there and he plays. But
Nope.
because it's the Panthers and we won that game literally in the first drive, they were like, there's no need.
I hope you're right.
I am right!
No, you're not, because the Bears are winning this game. Caleb Williams is showing you guys why he's the number one pick. He's turned it around a little bit this season. He started off shaky.
He is good. He's no Jake.
Caleb's a good quarterback.
He is, yeah.
And they have better weapons. And I think the defense is probably better than the Commanders.
Nay.
That's not what you were saying.
We
last
have
week.
a better defensive end than they do.
Huh?
Dante Fowler's better than Montez
You couldn't
Sweat.
even say that
Dante
with a
Fowler.
You couldn't say
Dante
that.
Fowler's better than Montez Sweat. Look at the stats.
Cool. What do we just say about stats?
They don't
mean
tell the full
everything.
story. That's fine. You could look at previous games and you will see this weekend The defense is better. The O-line is better. The quarterback is better. Jaden will play. He will win us the game.
He just ripped his pants.
I didn't rip the pants. I ripped the cloth. We need new cloth.
Oh, the Bears are taking this, and they're going to show you guys that it was a false hope, and Jaden isn't the Messiah.
How dare you say
Williams is the
what?
Messiah.
Impossible.
Next, Panthers and
That's
Broncos.
such a lie. I will not forgive you for that. I'm going with the Broncos. The Panthers aren't good. Washington played their backups throughout the game, and I mean, it was.
Here is a guy that's taking the Panthers.
No, you're not.
I'm taking the Panthers to win this football game.
He's calling me names. This dude.
The Panthers won a football game this year.
No, please choose the Panthers.
I
Please.
am.
What? I kind of want to make a bet or a deal with you. I don't even know where I'd want to go with it.
All right, hold on. If the Panthers win this game, no
Mhm.
matter how good our records were this week, we're tied.
Deal. Wait, hold on.
We're tied on the season.
Yeah, but hold on. I kind of want. I was about to say I kind of want to do something if they don't win, but Broncos are favorites, so kind of, like I don't know.
I'll do something. What?
I don't know.
don't
Did
know.
you have anything in mind?
No, you're the one making the bet.
I don't know. Retract the bet until we figure out something you can do.
No, because we need to do it right now so that they can see it.
I mean, what would we do?
I don't know. What would you do?
I don't know. Because they're not going to win. Like
The Panthers. If the Panthers win, we're 50. We're even on the year.
mhm.
Whatever your record is after this week, that's my record too, and we're even.
Yeah.
So what happens if they lose?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Next episode, you wear the helmet the entire episode.
Deal.
Deal.
It's not really that bad. I'd wear it right now.
I mean, you catching up isn't bad because I'm going to just keep extending my lead.
No. Because it won't even matter. Hold on. Hold on. Let's say I do get that right? The Panthers winning. I think I have 7 games that are different than you this week, and you have a 6-game lead. Say I were to go perfect this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would still be in front of you.
Yeah, we'll do that. If you get ahead, we'll let you stay ahead.
Yeah. But if I don't, and that's
Then
the only
we'll
game
make-
that happens,
We'll have even records overall in the season.
cool. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Panthers are winning.
Not happening.
Andy Dalton time. Chuba Hubbard time.
Maybe. Chiefs, Raiders.
Who's
I have
the-
the Chiefs. Raiders are just not that good.
I'm
They're just
taking. Is that it? You were gonna say?
No, just the Raiders are not that good.
Yeah.
Chiefs are good.
Chiefs continue to keep winning games. I don't know how. They just continue to keep winning games. They're gonna keep continuing to win games.
Somehow.
Cowboys and Niners. Like, it's not even fun to talk about them anymore. It's not even like they're playing good.
No.
Like, they're just a boring.
It's almost like they're less fun than talking about the
It's like-
Panthers, just because the Panthers are so bad
that it's fun.
that it is slightly fun to talk about them. But the Raiders are just so
It's-
pathetically bad.
It's gotten to the point where it's like the Patriots, like the
Yeah,
2010 Patriots.
Exactly. It's just like, why?
Like, they're gonna win. Like, what else do we need to
Yeah.
say? They're good.
Yeah.
It's not fun to talk about anymore.
Cowboys, Niners. I'm going Niners. The Niners are the Cowboys' kryptonite. Cowboys have no idea how to defeat them. I think the streak continues. 49ers will win.
Not so fast, my friend. The Cowboys are winning this game. The Niners are going to have Ricky Pearsall and Jawan Jennings as their number 1 and number 2 wide receivers.
Jawan Jennings is solid.
as a number 1.
Against Dallas's DBs, I will take that.
Trayvon Diggs is strapping.
Trayvon Diggs
With help.
is garbage.
With help.
He is garbage.
And by strapping, I mean he's going to be holding him the entire
He
game.
is Terry's child, but that's a different discussion.
But I think the Cowboys win. The Niners are really banged up right now, and Dallas desperately needs a win. And I just think that the concoction of everything happening into that game, I think the Cowboys find a way to win that game somehow.
I mean, you can believe it all you want.
And then the last game of the week is why? Why is
Yeah,
that
why is this the Monday night game?
the Giants
That's
and the
dumb.
Steelers?
Go with the Steelers. The Giants are trash.
I'm taking the Steelers.
Steelers look so much better.
The
Russ is kind of cooking.
Huh?
Russ is kind of cooking.
Yeah.
What do you think I said?
I don't know what you said. There's a chance Drew Lock plays this game.
At some point, yeah.
He played last week, didn't he? A little bit? Pretty sure he
Yeah,
came in.
because Philly got tired of bullying New York. That they're like, all right, all starters will go in. And then New York was like, all right, we'll put ours in.
Starters.
Or their backups. My bad, their backups.
Yeah, I mean, there's like serious conversation that Drew Lock might start this game.
I thought Dable already came out and said that Jones was going to be the starter this week.
Dable has said a lot of things.
Got
He said he
trusted from
didn't use what is it called?
Ozempic.
He didn't use
Only Pilates. He said only Pilates.
He said he didn't use Ozempic.
Yeah.
He said Daniel Jones is starting this week. He said a lot of things that aren't true.
He said he was going to do everything to go get Jaden Daniels. Didn't happen.
Brian Dable's a liar.
He is.
So Drew Lock.
You know what? You're kind of convincing me now.
Drew Lock is probably
Drew
starting.
Lock might start this game. Who knows? But
Does that mean anything?
no, the Steelers are still
because
going to
the
win.
Steelers are going to
The
win.
Giants
Still.
are just that bad.
Like the Giants are just
A joke.
Why did they trade for Brian Burns? Like why? They were like, we need to fix this team. Let's go get another guy that we have on our best position group.
I will say, Dexter Lawrence is looking really good. Like he's looking.
He's always looked really good.
I know. I feel like this is the best he's looked in his career, though. Like,
He's
I feel like
always
he could
been
be in the
good.
conversation of Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, but I'm like, he's always been good though.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think he's looking better than usual.
You're just hating on Sexy Dexy.
I'm not hating. I just compliment him.
I know, but he's been this good this whole career.
I don't know. Like, yes, he's been good. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think he should be in serious talks for Defensive Player of the Year.
I just don't get why you would get a guy that you're going to put on the position group that is the best on their team.
I get what you're saying.
Like, what is that solving?
Oh no,
We're just
you refuse to pay your best player the past, like, honestly, he's been their best player probably the past decade, if
Yeah.
we're being honest. Don't want to pay him because you want to surround your bum quarterback, and you can't even do that correctly.
No.
Like,
You draft a guy 5th overall or whatever it was with Evan Neal, and he's not even starting anymore.
trash, bro.
And Andrew Thomas probably should be playing guard.
And he's injured for the year again.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a train wreck. Brian Dable will be unemployed.
I wouldn't mind him coming back to Buffalo to be an OC.
Look, just because you're a bad head coach doesn't mean you're a bad coordinator. So who knows?
He thought Daniel Jones was going to be Josh Allen, and it did not happen.
I don't know
that
why
way.
they thought that, but who knows?
Daniel Jones took all of Josh Allen's turnover issues
Yeah.
and he amplified them.
By
And now
million.
Josh has none. I'm so mad that I said that though, because I haven't mentioned it. No, we've talked about the
What?
picks, Josh's turnovers before, that he has had 0. I've been like, as soon as I say something about him having 0, he's going to go out and throw 3 picks this game.
I mean, he's lost fumbles, so it's not like he's clean.
2.
Clean. Turnovers are turnovers.
Which quarterback in the NFL has 0 turnovers? No one.
But I'm just saying, you're making it seem like
He has the
he's
least in the league.
perfect. Like, tied.
Pretty much.
No, not even close. Not even close. Anything else you want to say?
I don't know. Should we make some Polynesian mashed potatoes now?
No need. Thank you for joining us this week. We're so sorry. If you somehow, for some reason,
Have made it this far.
saw this entire thing, 1, we're sorry about that. 2, thank you for sticking with us. Make sure you follow us on TikTok at PM Football Podcast. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at PM Football Podcast. You got anything you'd want to say?
We'll see you guys next time.
Yep. Comment down below what you want to see us talk about. Thank you.
See ya.